Hi guys, this is a market update for March 18th. Um, so S&P 500, as you can see, it went up like 27 points. Okay, so this is the fifth week in a row on the upside. So pretty much like it happened in from October to November. So the last time we had this huge rally again after a big drop. So here we had 6 weeks, and here only 5 so far, and it's getting very close to this downtrend line. Okay, it's a little bit worrying for the bears, which I root for, to be honest. As I mentioned before. So on long term anyway. So this is the downtrend line which I showed you before. It has where is meeting 67. So another 17 points maybe. That's how much room S&P 500 has for another move up. If it goes beyond that, and if it goes beyond this peak, like which is around 2100, then obviously we need to reconsider the bearish scenario in terms of a new bear market. Okay, and again, a little bit worried I am that the moving averages are moving a little bit up. Okay, so if I look at the big picture, it's still bearish in my opinion. It's still bearish because it's making lower highs and lower lows. So that's a problem. You need to break this pattern. Okay, you need to break this pattern. This is already 6 months almost, right? What is this? July, and now we are in March. More than 6 months. Okay, since we had a peak. Okay. Trend line, as I showed before. Well, usually if so, the trend line was here. Okay, since this was a failed move on the downside, I consider now I move a little bit down, and I consider the last low as the one. I'm using this to draw the uptrend line, bull market uptrend line. It doesn't matter. It's just a little bit of difference, so it's no big deal in here. Okay, so let's watch for these EMAs. I hope they are not gonna cross on the upside. As I told you, I made a mistake. I went a little bit short in here, 90.80. But it's okay. It's just a small position. It doesn't matter. I'm still holding. Okay, it's no big deal. Obviously, if it goes somewhere in this area, I'm gonna close it, taking some loss. But that's it. Sometimes it happens. Okay, you cannot have all the. I mean, nobody can do this. To win every single time. But here I'm looking at the big picture. Okay, it is a beginning of a new bear market or not. That's the only question. I don't care about these small moves. Obviously, these are huge moves on the downside. Okay, like 200 down, 200 up, another 200 down, and then 200 up. This is for people who trade even in the intermediate time frame. These are huge opportunities. Okay, so I did this in the past, or I took advantage of all of these moves, even not as big as this one, but no, this time I just want I'm out of the market mostly, and I try to invest for a big term. Okay, not I don't have time and patience to do this on a short or intermediate time frames. Okay, so let's look at the other indexes. So Dow is pretty much the same picture. Okay, it's even closer to the downtrend line than S&P 500. Okay, it has like another 50 points maybe on the upside. Let's see if we see from here another move down. That's very encouraging for the bears, because I expected more struggle at the small 120 in here, but nothing happened. It went up like, it's very easily moved on the upside, and absolutely no hesitation in there. Okay. But let's see. This is more serious than small 120 from this point of view here. Okay. Comp, Nasdaq. Nasdaq. Well, the downtrend line, it's a little bit less obvious. Okay. So here he has even more room to go on the upside. EMA touched but didn't cross on the downside. So that. Obviously, we want to see all indexes having this cross and moving below and staying there, staying below small 120. Okay. As I mentioned before, let's look a little bit on. I show you this. Okay. Last time we had the last bear market. Okay, pretty much the same thing. Okay, it took months and months for we had big moves up, big moves down. Okay, somehow we are here, somewhere in this area in here. Okay, if we continue the same scenario, you never know. So here actually I can see a small crossover even on Nasdaq. Okay, it was much more obvious in Dow Jones and S&P 500. Then from here, so went above these moving averages, went above the small one. Actually, this is no small 120 anymore. It was in 6 days. Okay. Anyway, it was somewhere in here. Let's say it went above small 120. I remember that. So at the beginning of this trend is no big deal. Okay. Then after that, after it moved down, you can see it pierce a little bit here, but that's it. That was down until we had another bull market. This moving average was not crossed again. Okay, so let's see. We as I say, this is Nasdaq. It's always either much faster than S&P 500 or much slower. So in this case, this looks much bullish actually. Because look at this. Actually, let's move to 5 days. So it touching, but there's no crossing so far. Okay. So gold had another move on the upside. Okay. It's still way above the break point, which was around 113 when went up this downtrend channel. Okay, looks good. Look, small 120 in this, no big deal, because I'm as I told you, these are not necessarily the best pair of EMAs and simple moving averages for gold as well. But even in this case, okay, it looks pretty good. And for the first time, looks, when is the last time? Actually, this is the first time since the downtrend, huge downtrend we saw in gold when it moves above. So I think it's still encouraging. What I'm more encouraged, people jumped on gold the moment the stock market went down, but the bear market, market move on the upside. We had a huge rally, okay, from 1810 on S&P, but the gold didn't lose anything. It actually went even further up. So if it goes up when the market is down, goes up when the market is up, that's very encouraging for the gold bugs, how they called. Okay, so I won't be surprised to see gold even further up, going further up. Silver, look, silver did actually was even more gain much more than gold this week. Okay, finally managed to break out of this downtrend range. So the break point now, it's around, what is here, 1480. So this is pretty much one level you should have in mind if you're investing in silver. Okay. Um, Everything moved up actually. Even the oil for the week was up. You know, even Friday was a little bit down, but doesn't matter. Overall, actually, I'm not sure. Well, this is USO. It's not necessarily the crude. Maybe the crude went actually a little bit up on Friday as well. It doesn't matter. For everyone in all the industry, this is move on the upside. Okay. So that's the big picture here. Okay. Um, I'm still um, I'm still waiting for some more clarification. I mean, will be if this turned out to be a fake move on the downside, I would be really disappointed, because this pretty much is for the first time in 20 years when these moving averages were not signaling another bear market. So far, I told you this happened before. You know, to see them crossing then another move on the upside, but this definitely should be the last one on the upside, as big as this one. So let's see if it moves down or not. Okay. Let me tell you, okay, one more thing, which I told you I'm out of the stock market, but I might invest here and there, you know, and I did a little bit of speculation on Friday actually. Let's look in here for 1 minute on Q, and um, you can use the same moving averages actually to do some intraday trading. So in here, when I saw this crossover, I say, okay, it's gonna go down. So I bought some puts in here, okay, 8 puts, I say, and I can't actually do real day trading on this. I'm not allowed to do. Okay, so the way I do day trading with option is, so I was here, and sometime doesn't matter. Somewhere in here, somewhere I was going to buy some calls. Okay, so I would stay. I already, if I buy a call anywhere in here or in here, whatever, that means I still locked in some gains. Okay, so because it doesn't matter over the on Monday if it moves up or down, um, I'm still gonna make some money. So, and also I went pretty bold. Okay, I bought one very short time frame. I mean, expiration. It's supposed to end next week, so it's on weeklies. If you're familiar with options, okay. However, I had some. This was like about 1 o'clock on Friday. I went away, and I came back. I didn't check the stock market. I got an email from Sogo Trade, where it's my brokerage firm, saying that they sold my position. And I say, why? What happened? So look, I did a double mistake. That first of all, instead of buying expiration for next week, I bought expiration was the same day. Okay, it was for yesterday. So the problem is, if you're in the money, I mean, I bought strike 100 107. Okay, if it's in the money, okay, then you have to exercise your option. You have to buy or to sell. How to say? So for one contract, it's 100 shares. Okay. If you say buy a call, like in here at 107, okay, and it's at least 1 cent in the money, and here's 37 on the money, you have to buy. If you wait the expiration, then you do nothing. You have to buy 100 shares of this. 100 shares at 100, this is like 10,000. Okay, so you should have this 10,000. It's no big deal. You buy this with actually the guy which you bought the contract for, it has to sell you at 107, not 107.37. So you make 37 cents minus the 500, for example, I use for the premium. Okay, so that one was the mistake I bought for yesterday. expiration date, and the other, when I realized, I was really surprised and upset. Instead of buying puts, I bought calls. Okay, so that was the problem, because if it was a put at 107, it was still bad for me, because that means would expire and lose 100% of the money. Okay, that was the problem. But because it's a call, okay, so by the end of the day, like in here somewhere, they sent me an email. It was like 8 minutes before the closing, and I was not there anyway to answer. And they execute this, because otherwise, and I had eight options means 800 contracts, 800, eight contracts, 800, eight contracts means 800 shares. So I should spend like $80,000, $90,000. I should should somehow, I need to find this money, borrow for 1 day and execute it. So they don't, they know. They probably realized was an accident, and thanks God they sold my position. So just be very careful. Be careful. This it's bad if you make a mistake like this. So so that's it for this week. Okay. Again, S&P 500. We need to watch this level in here. We need to watch if it goes above. If it doesn't, that's good. If it goes above, we'll see how big the chance is that the bull market will resume. Okay, I'm stopping here.